Afternoon, everybody, and thank you for joining the call. It is the 5th of October, and again, this fly is buzzing me in my face. Sorry about that. I want to just go over a few things today. I don't know if you guys have seen I'm going to share my screen here real quick. There's a Travel Weekly article on Friday. I thought this was pretty interesting that ASTA is threatening a lawsuit over the CDC's cruise ban and the extension there. If you've not seen this, I recommend that you go on to Travel Weekly and look at this article. It's pretty interesting that ASTA is really doing such an amazing job in advocating for us, but the entire cruise industry, not just on the travel agency side. So very important article, a lot of stuff going on. Everybody is wanting to get back traveling again. Businesses are wanting to get back operating again. I think there was somewhere in this article that said about 73% of businesses could go out of business if there is not another relief package that is passed soon. So related, but not the same thing. This is for the recovery package, and not necessarily just the no sale order, but it is really becoming mission critical that Senate and government really just starts looking out for the travel industry. So again, if you've not looked at that article, I recommend you go ahead and do that. Got to get another person added in here. And if you've heard anything else on any of the industry updates, it'd be great to share those as well. I'm trying to let somebody in here, and it is, there we go. We're getting a lot of notices that there are openings. Meredith just sent out one that Costa Rica has updated their entry, and so looks like November 1st, Costa Rica will be allowing all states in, and actually we'll have 3 states that they will do a more immediate on October 15th. Florida, Georgia, and Texas will be allowed to enter sooner than the rest of the U.S. Hawaii has their 14-day quarantine lifting as of October 15th. So that is good news. We're seeing more and more notices of hotels opening worldwide. So it's all, we're starting to see some good news, even though it's still, there's no vaccine. There's still a lot of apprehension around traveling, but there's a lot of people that are ready and able to go. Meredith, on that note, did you have any updates as far as other openings that you have seen?
Yeah, and let me just say one thing about the Costa Rica one. There are probably about 10 or 12 states that are already open for Costa Rica, but they've been doing it state by state. So these last 3 were just in addition to the other 12 or 15 that were already allowed to travel. But everyone will be able to go in. All states will be able to go in by November. I just got another one from Colombia. The country Colombia is now open to all, which is interesting. They're allowing U.S. citizens, but not Canadians. You'd think it would be the other way around. But I guess the American dollar is more valuable. So anyway, it's open. So that's, there are several other countries, Turkey, Croatia, Colombia, Costa Rica, and I'm sure there are some others that escape me at the moment, but there are places, Fiji, there's places in the South Pacific that you can go. So we're seeing more and more countries open to U.S. travelers. Still a no for Europe, but maybe that will be in the near future. We can only hope. But the way things are going there right now, I don't anticipate that's going to be anytime really soon.
Have any of you had clients traveling internationally to some of these recently opened countries yet? Mm-hmm. Love if you just jump on in.
Kirsten, this is Nancy.
Hi.
Hey, I have clients that are going to Turks and Caicos November 5th, and they still have to. They're still not open. Like restaurants have to close at 7. They're going to revisit that on the 14th of October. That was extended from October 1 to October 14. And the clients have to have the 72-hour window prior to going where they have to have the COVID test, and they have to produce copies of an insurance policy that covers COVID. So if they can do all that, they're planning on going.
Very good. I am going to mute a couple of you that don't look like you are muted right now, just so that we can cut down background noise, but feel free to unmute yourself. Linda, I see you just shared your screen.
I did. Scary, isn't it? I did want to tell you something. My husband and I went to Tahiti last month, at the end of August, excuse me. The hardest part was getting the COVID test.
And how did you have to go somewhere, or were you able to do a home test?
We flew to Las Vegas because we can't get one here unless you're sick.
Okay.
We can't get it fast enough. It took 10 days to get one before the second one. They wouldn't say when you would get your results. So our choice was to go to LA or to go to Las Vegas. It's easier to negotiate Las Vegas.
So you flew to Las Vegas and did your COVID test, and then flew out back home, or flew from there to?
You can do it in the same day.
Okay.
And had the results.
Oh, very good.
You have to pay for it, but then our health insurance reimbursed us.
Okay.
Because they won't test you for travel. We're with Kaiser. They won't test you if you want to travel. They consider that
non-essential.
Yes, exactly. You have to be sick or going into surgery.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, so I am going to Mexico next week. So I have my little COVID test by Pixel. It's not a requirement to go into Mexico, but for the conference that I'm going to, they have asked for people to show a negative test in order to be in the meeting rooms without masks on. So I'll be doing my COVID test on Friday for traveling to Mexico on Tuesday next week.
Yeah, the problem that I found with like the home test, Tahiti's very specific about what kind of test you have to take.
Yeah.
And it was very interesting because once you arrive there, they were really organized. Then they give you a test to take with you, which is both nasal and saliva that you have to do yourself on the 4th day that you're there. And then you give it to your resort and they take it by plane to the testing facility. You only hear back from them if you test positive.
Okay. So you tested before you went, you tested 4 days into your trip.
Yes.
Okay. Good to know.
Right.
And you must have come out positive.
Negative. Negative.
Sorry.
Positive is a bad thing.
Positive results and being negative.
But I don't know, I'm just dealing with some clients and I have a private house for them in Palm Springs and they want to be tested as soon as they get off the flight because they're meeting with family members. I said, it doesn't matter when you get off. They think they're going to catch it on the flight. Oh. So it's like, you don't know if you have it right after you get off a flight. I don't know.
Yeah, there's an incubation period. But,
right.
Okay.
So I wondered if anybody is using private jets. I'm going to suggest a private jet. I'm sure they won't pay for it, but across country, because this is from Washington, D.C. to Palm Springs.
There has been a lot of interest in private jets. So I'd say it would be great for us to share some of those success stories with private jet companies so that we can all from that. So if you've got the information on which company you use, that'd be awesome. Or
I
are you
haven't
looking
used
for a
any
recommendation?
a long time. I'm looking for somebody. Yeah, I know I saw something came through in an email, and I think one of the companies is called Wheels Up. I'd like to get some commission off of it, but I don't know if they're paying commission.
Some of them will allow you to mark it up.
Okay.
So they don't necessarily pay a commission, but they price it basically as a net, and then you mark up and they'll pay that then as a commission.
Okay.
Laura says she's had several clients joining NetJets.
Okay.
Anybody else have private jet companies you've had success in working with?
Kirsten, can you hear me? It's Jay Ireland.
Yes. Hi, Jay.
Hi. So Linda, I'm in LA. I think you're in Northern California, but I used a company called Quantum Jets. I can give you the
Okay.
contact. His name is Joe, and they were really good. My clients, like yours, they wanted the pilots to be tested. They want to be the first flight out on the outgoing and the return, so that no one's using the plane before them. So they helped me find like an operator had access to rapid testing, and then also an owner who would block out the whole day for the clients. So I found that they were really good in that. And then I've also used OC Jets, which is Classic Vacations. They're under their umbrella, or they're like partners with them.
Mhm.
And then if you guys have people going to like Amangiri or Scottsdale, RYL Jets is the preferred provider for Avon and Four Seasons in that area. But I find them to be a little expensive. All of those either let you do commission or markup. And then I also added like a 3% like finder's fee on top of that for my clients.
Okay.
Yeah, and then Laura had also put in OC Jets, and Jamie Jackson just added in a comment there as well for Jeff Moneypenny with Ultimate Jet Charters, and has that email address listed there. And then another one from Ellie Beck, Elijah Buford with Private Fly.
Okay.
So those are listed there in the meeting chat for you.
Thank you.
And Hannah, I saw that you had added a comment that you've had clients that have traveled recently to Turkey, and I'll have to go back up, and Pakistan. Any other international travelers, or most of you having still domestic and maybe into Mexico?
I've got people in St. Lucia right now in the Caribbean, and people for Jamaica this week.
Delta does have, they just had a comment in the chat about Delta having there is a Delta private jet. I don't know a whole lot about it, but Delta Airlines does have a private jet division.
Okay.
Hi,
And it looks
Kirsten.
like,
It's Jay Ireland again. I just wanted to say I had someone fly to Ghana yesterday, which was kind of crazy.
oh,
We had to get him a last minute visa, yellow fever vaccine, and COVID testing here and in Ghana. So it was intense, but we did it.
very
So if
good.
you have questions about that, please reach out.
So how long will they be in Ghana?
They're going for a month. It was a business trip. He's trying to create a more sustainable fishing industry in Ghana and in all of that area of Africa. So he had postponed it, but and over the summer, and then decided now it's open and he's ready to go. So
Very good. And I did see Jim Johnson had posted in our Andavo Connections Advisor group on Facebook that United is now starting their nonstop service between Newark and Johannesburg. So if you've not looked at that, take a look at it as well. He was looking at dates in March. So that is some good news to have. Good flight from Newark to Johannesburg. The Sis, are you talking about the Andavo group on Facebook? We've got Andavo Connections, Andavo Travel Advisor Connect. It's a closed Facebook group. So if you are not already a member of that, Allie, will you look at getting her connected? It's a great place that, so many of us already use Facebook. So we have had that closed group for over a year, couple of years. And it's really meant for you guys to network within the, peer-to-peer networking. It is really not information from Andavo back to you, but just a place where you can share information or ask for recommendations and feedback on different vendors and share that information. Another way to stay connected when we're all in this virtual world now. And so Allie is going to get that link out to everyone. And, just another reminder that, and I've talked to some of you about this that are not Facebook users, but it is a way that you can have a Facebook account and not be a Facebook poster. So you can keep your Facebook account private and just belong to that group, and any of your interactions would be contained within that group. It would not be published out and content for general population. It is really contained within our Andavo group. So you don't have to be you have to have a Facebook account, but you don't have to be a true Facebook user to take advantage of seeing those posts. And I think I was just going to look and see. Go ahead.
I was just going to say that you do have to request to be invited. Once I send out the link, you can just connect to that and then just request to be invited. And then once you're approved, you'll start seeing the feed. So I just don't want to make that clarification. You won't be able to see it until you actually are approved. So Kirsten or I will approve you.
And Joanne says she has a client waiting on a refund from Japan Airlines from last March. Has anybody received refunds from Japan Airlines? I don't know about Japan Air specifically. So if any of you have any feedback on Japan Air, that would be great to share with Joanne. Ellie, I see that you have your hand raised. Do you mean to be raising your hand, or is that something that you're just playing around with some different settings?
Oh, I think I just hit that instead of.
Did you do that? Okay.
But that's fun.
And Hannah has a client waiting for a refund on Thai. I know we've seen a lot of refunds coming through, but there are still a lot that are pending, and that has been a huge frustration. I see a little hand down at the bottom, but I don't know that I can tell who has their hand raised.
I think I took mine off, so
Did you?
But it's very easy to hit, so somebody else could have used it.
Yeah. I did want to let everybody know that I looked at the numbers for ending out September, and like was mentioned last week, we did end up the month just over $1 million in sales. And so, we are on the upward trend. We are now about only 76% down compared to last year for the Andavo Travel Division. That is up from being 80 to 86% down. So 76% down is much better. We're still, a long ways to go. You all know this, you're feeling it. But travel is returning slowly but surely. It's great to hear that you guys have clients that are traveling, especially traveling internationally, that are doing the COVID tests and whatever they need to do in order to be traveling and traveling safely. It'll be interesting to see what comes of the ASTA article with putting pressure on the CDC about the no sale order. It has been, I've been hearing a lot of chatter in the industry about the whole cruising industry and how, I don't know that unfair is the right word, but it has been attacked more than any other industry or area of travel anywhere in the past, that it's just been almost completely shut down and just devastated the travel industry. And it's not just the cruise lines themselves, it's all of the people that support the ports and the hotels and the restaurants and everybody that benefits from the cruise industry and just travel industry in general. So we're looking forward to more and more borders opening. We're looking forward to that vaccine whenever it comes out. So thank you guys for sharing some of your ideas and thoughts. If we can keep it open here for a few more minutes, if anybody else has any questions or comments or anything else that they want to share. We do have Andavo Connections starting this week. So all of you that have RSVP'd, then you'll have received some information, and we'll be getting that more information out to you. Hannah has a hand raised. Was there something? Go ahead and unmute yourself, Hannah, if you'd like.
My question's about the unemployment benefits. We, as independent contractors, we have to declare the earnings in the week that we get paid. So on September 20, I got a small commission, $70, I think, and I declared that, and I'm not getting paid now. So I just want to know, what are others doing? Are you declaring these small amounts or not? By declaring $70, I haven't got paid for the last 2 weeks.
I know that we have had quite a few people that have requested us to hold on to commissions.
Yeah.
And we can certainly do that, so that we would be holding those funds for you, so that you don't have some of these small checks. Mainly, we've been holding funds in order to cover any potential commission recalls that could be coming. But if it is beneficial for you right now to not be receiving a $17 paycheck,
70.
and that causes you to lose a $300 unemployment check, then we can certainly do that. Just let us know what it is that you would like us to do with those funds.
Okay. Should I tell Julie then?
Send Julie and I an email so that we both have it on record. Will
do. Don't want any money next month.
Okay. I know it's a hard thing to.
I've got refunds that are due on which I have to give back commission. Okay.
Yeah, we haven't seen as many commission recalls coming in, but there are still some out there that will be pending, and the extension of the no sale is causing some additional cancellations of cruise lines or cruise sailings that were supposed to have gone. that will now cause some additional delays or rebookings. So as you have those, then we'll continue to work with you on those as well.
But has anyone declared their earnings and still received unemployment benefit? Have any other agents done that?
I don't know that. Anybody on the call, if you had any,
Have they had problems? What are the others
have you
doing?
been declined the unemployment payments if you had a small commission that came in?
Kirsten,
Yeah,
that's a good point. I don't know if I'm doing this right or not, but I am taking the commission, but I'm not paying myself. So my business is taking the commissions, but I'm not taking a paycheck, and I put myself on temporary leave, that type of thing. So I think that's okay. I don't know, but I'm going to check. Thanks for bringing that up, because I'm going to check with my accountant.
yeah, and I think it is something you need to be checking with your accountants on to see how you are set up, how you have your business established, the difference between a sole proprietor versus an LLC. There'll be different tax ramifications. So speak with the person that does your accounting, your taxes, to see what they recommend.
Yeah, they haven't refused me. They just haven't paid. And of course, they're very backlogged. So I guess they won't.
And there's probably not someone that you can speak with at the unemployment office. So
Exactly.
the best route would be to, sorry, I've got this fly buzz in my face again. Best route would be to talk with your tax person and see what direction they recommend.
Okay, thank you.
And we did have comment come in that Elin, income that's coming in, if CBT can hold on to the funds until next year, it would be amazing. But it seems that that could create some tax liabilities for CBT. I agree, Lynn, that is something that we're going to be looking at before the end of the year to see if we need to pay out any unpaid balances so that we don't have those funds. But if we can do that in a way that benefits both parties, we will do that. So we will keep you guys up to date on that as well. Same thing when it goes in reverse. Those of you that have had some commission recalls that exceed the commissions that you've had, we have been holding those, and you've just been whittling it away as commissions have come in. We'll need to look at how we settle those accounts before the close of the year. So now that we're in fourth quarter, we'll start having those conversations internally, and we'll get information out to all of you guys. All right. We're about 30 minutes in. Any other comments or questions from anyone? We're looking forward to Andavo Connections at the end of this year. We really, again, wish that we were going to be in person, but virtual is next best. I do really recommend and request that anybody that is attending, please do so on a laptop or computer with a camera so that you can share your screen. It really makes the event much more engaged when we have people's faces that we can see, and our vendors through the networking sessions can connect with you face to face, even if it is over a computer. So please, as you're joining in on Thursday and Friday, please try to do so with a computer that has a camera. And these will be very interactive sessions, so be ready to jump in with either questions or comments. Thursday is going to be more, we've got general session Thursday morning, breakout sessions on Thursday afternoon. We've got our best practices panel, so that is really for you guys. If there's any topics that you want to discuss, this would be a great time to send those to me so I can have those prepared in advance. You'll also hear from Virtuoso Wanderlist and how you can take advantage of their new free product. And from TravelX, some updates in the travel industry or travel insurance industry. And then on Friday will be our networking sessions. With those, it will be a little bit different. We will have everybody broken into 14 different groups. And so you will have 14 different sessions. And each session is 15 minutes long. And we'll then have a 5-minute break in between. So you'll have time to get up and go and grab a drink of water or have a bathroom break if you need to. The times that were sent out were in Mountain Time. So we start 8 a.m. on Thursday Mountain Time. And no, I'm sorry. Thursday we start at 9 a.m. Mountain Time, so 8 a.m. Pacific Time. On Friday, we have Kristen Duvall of Hidden Doorways, who is now a certified yoga instructor. She's going to be doing an 8 a.m. yoga session with us. It's optional, but please join if you would like to. We'll have a break for people to go and shower and get ready for the day, and then we will get started at 9:45 a.m. Mountain Time with a quick update on how to navigate through the networking sessions. And then the rest of the day we'll be going through those networking sessions with our vendors. So we're looking forward to it. It will be different this year being online, but I think it will all be great. It'll be great to see you guys and have some interaction with our vendors as well. So I don't see any other questions or comments that have come in. So I'm going to go ahead and say thank you for joining this week, and we will see you all on Thursday. Thanks,
Bye.
guys.